here. Okay. Hi, folks. It's Jody with Strength and Wisdom Tarot. Live again. This week, I am going to be using Jax. Shut your beak. He's been nonstop since I got out of the shower. Like, nonstop. This week, I'm going to use the Steampunk and also the Witch's Tarot for the Witch's Tarot for the zodiac signs. I use the Steampunk for the random reading. So this week has been an exceptionally sad week in New Hampshire. And I'll explain why. I see some more people get in here. Oops. That. This one. Hey, Country Rebel. What's poppin'? What's crack-a-lackin'? Let me get myself organized here. Oh, nice. Did you get it all set up? Oh, nice. Good for you. See if I can clean my specs here so I can actually see. I'm okay. It's been a rough week this week. Saturday afternoon, we had a killer, a shooter, at large in Franklin. And Franklin's maybe like 15 minutes away from here. Next to Tilton. And I went into work Saturday as usual, and my manager goes, "Oh yeah," she goes, "There's a shooter at large in Franklin." I said, "Oh," I said, "What's the name?" She goes, "Jamie Bell." I've known Jamie for years. I just saw him 3 weeks ago. He's got a 1.5-year-old baby with his girlfriend and his stepdaughter, who's 5, which is Brianna. My best friend is Brianna's stepmother. She's with her biological father. Jamie shot and killed his daughter and his girlfriend and shot at Brianna. As she got away, she ran to the neighbors. Hey, Peace Bus, how are you? The bullet that hit her grazed her back because she was running, and it just grazed the back of her arm. It like went through the back of her arm. It didn't hit the bone, and it shot straight through. The doctor at Boston Children's Hospital said if she was hit a second earlier or a second later, that bullet would have went through her lung and she would have drowned in her own blood. She would have died. They had a candlelight vigil for Nicole and Ariella. It's a pretty name. So I went to that last night, and it's just tough. I know everybody. I know Jamie. I've known Jamie for years. Crystal, Crystal, you've seen her. That's her stepdaughter that survived. She's 5 years old. You know, after my wee one was fever. Oh no. I was just explaining what transpired this weekend up here in New Hampshire. That someone that I've known for years, ended up shooting and killing his girlfriend and his 1.5-year-old daughter, and shot um, his stepdaughter, and she lived. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So we did the candlelight visual for Nicole and Ariella last night. So and then there was a manhunt. They ended up finding Jamie on the Merrimack River bank. He slit his own throat and he bled out, and that's how they found him. I'm telling you, it takes. I've heard tons of people, and it's really upsetting to me. Oh, he's a coward. He's nothing but an effing coward. He's not a coward. A coward wouldn't be able to shoot their own child. A coward wouldn't be able to take their own life. But a sociopath, a psychopath, can. And, before anyone starts like throwing, shade, it's like he had a mental illness. He's got a 15-year-old, track record being in and out of jail. The jails knew. No, they can't. A coward wouldn't be able to do it. As such, the name. But you take a psychopath that feels nothing. Feels nothing. Yeah, I know. It's just, to me, it's still mind blowing that I just saw him 3 weeks ago. And, he was happy. He made foreman, he had a, company truck, and they look like the picture of happiness. But more so, bottom line is that a 5-year-old watched her mother and her sister die. Hello, Vanna. Jeez. It's like, you read about stuff in the paper and you don't know these people. You're like, wow, that's awful. But when you know these people, it just hits you a different way. Oh. Now, Peace Bus, where are you from? Like, where'd this happen? Australia. Wow. No kidding. Wow. From down under. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you never know what's going on, behind closed doors. You know what I mean? Where somebody's breaking point is, where they just snap. Um, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And he was seen at the high school, Franklin High School, which is right next to Crystal's house. And I'm like, where do you think he was going? Crystal was on our way to Boston City Hospital, where they airlifted, Brina, born in New Zealand. Awesome. Apparently, he was outside. Brianna just came home from school, and Nicole was inside with the baby, walking around, da da da. And Jamie just came in the house, and I don't even want to even get to the details. It's just horrific. I think about that 5-year-old girl, doesn't have a mom anymore, doesn't have a sister. Christopher, her biological father, got sole custody of her, but now it's a custody battle because Nikki's mother feels like Brianna should stay with them. So here goes a war. It's hard. It's a hard week. And Chris telling Chris that's up against all this stuff, they're both Geminis. So I don't know if there's something in their chart or what's going down there, but I'm glad I'm not a Gemini right now. I did order her a lion. Long live the lion. To help, like a big one. It's lying down. It's so cute. To help her be brave. To help her find the courage to persevere and, heal. Yeah. So, you know me. I love lions. Listen to this. My bird's being quiet now. He hasn't been quiet in hours. The whole time I'm in the shower, he's like, bah, 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 like nonstop. I'm like, I'm in the shower. I didn't even leave the house or anything. Crikey. I've always had a thing for lions. My first set of pictures came from art gallery when I was 18. It's a lion and a lioness with a cub, like up against her chest. Hello, Josie. What's poppin'? Oh, no, I haven't even started them. I guess that should be my cue to do the random. All right. Steampunk for random. So, and the last couple days I've been doing private readings, and I'm telling you, the most bizarre stuff has been coming out, and it's like it's accurate. That's what kills me. Anita. Oh, you're more than welcome. I'm sorry I have not gotten to June. I wanted to start working on them, and then this tragedy happened, and trying to be supportive and stuff. So we get confusion, and then trying to balance somebody out through the confusion to really see your choices. Interesting. Like keeping a grounded approach, an open mind. Itself can get through some of the confusion. Speaking of, look at me throwing stuff. The Gemini card of Lovers in reverse. So that could be the end of a soul contract with someone. A parting of ways. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, friendship, partnership, love ship, any one of those ships. Yeah, once a lesson has been delivered, usually there is a parting of ways. What else we get popping out here? Magician, making things happen. Very powerful card. Number 1 in the major arcana. Law of attraction, affirmations, even sending wishes or prayers out there. This stuff is all a form, whether you believe it or not, witchcraft. She's the one that went missing. How old was she, Country Rebel? Ooh. This one flipped right in the deck. 7 of rods, standing your ground. Keeping something at bay, standing up for yourself, or not letting something into places they don't belong, occupying mind space. Or physical space. How old was she? Not a teenager, though. No one's heard anything from her? All right. Let's get into the random reading for this week, for the 7th. What is the energy surrounding today? Ooh, we get the Emperor in reverse. A misuse of authority. Somebody overstepping boundary lines. Someone who demands respect but can't give respect. It's very authoritative-like, boss-like, father-like. This is almost like overbearing energy, like somebody's really pushing the envelope. Somebody could be having other people do their work for them, and they get away with it because they're the boss. And this makes somebody dependent instead of independent. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This is the I'm good solo card. No, this person's very self-reliant, self-efficient, independent, takes care of themselves. They don't go out. But remember, Pentacles doesn't have to be about money. Pentacles can be the things that money can't buy that are equally important. Love, respect, loyalty, honesty. Because, you broke if you don't have those things. Or can't give those things. So, somebody could be getting funneled, drained. Could be financially. It could be, respect is withering and withering away. Because somebody keeps, pushing the envelope here. And it brings somebody maybe to taking a different path. 2 of Wands. Now, this is like that fork in the road. You got to go left, you got to go right, right? You got to make a decision. Because the ball is in this person's court. Nobody has to put up with anything. Especially if there's a misuse of authority. Especially if somebody is overstepping boundary lines. Hey, tattoo! You're going through it right now. Uh-oh. What did I just hear? I thought it was a great quote. How's it go? You have to go through the storms because storms bring rain and rain makes things grow. There's no growth without getting through these storms, but you always get through them. The quote doesn't go that way, but something similar to that. But whatever you go through, however you come out the other side, if you get that lesson of it, if you're like, yep, got it. Not doing that again. I'll look for, the signs next time. I'll be more cautious. I'll be more, wary or something. Now, why are you meeting up with the stepkids? Something have to be settled? We got would'ves, should'ves, could'ves, remorse, regret, sorrow here. And I don't feel the would'ves and could'ves come from the person who's misusing their authority, their position. I think it's coming from the person that feels drained. Somebody just keeps on taking, they don't give. They need to take another, course. But it's almost like every day this person feels like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I putting up with this? I should have done, I could have done, I would have done. Very, very taxing. So you get the Ace of Swords here. And that's the opportunity that the universe gives this person, to either hear the truth, speak the truth, or know the truth. It's an opportunity to communicate. And then you get the 4 of Swords, right under the Emperor in reverse. So the Four of Swords is about taking a sabbatical, like a hiatus, a long weekend maybe. It's only a temporary break from the madness that goes in, on in our lives. Because the sword's right next to his hand. He's going to pick that right up and go back into battle. So this is only a temporary break. Oh. Okay. And I'm sorry to hear about your wife. Be very careful. Choose your words wisely. Because I get a feeling they want something. They get their eye on something. Now we get the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, could be the miser card, but it's also the card of somebody not speaking their mind, not voicing their opinion. This is right under the dependent instead of independent energy. Somebody just shuts up and just takes it. They don't talk back. They don't express themselves. They don't question somebody's misuse of authority either. They keep it to themselves. Interesting. Now you get the Knight of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But more so a messenger. Now this could be a message of an apology or something heartfelt and sentimental. It comes straight from the heart. It's not like all smoke and mirrors. So this person might be thinking, kill him with kindness. That's one road to take. Or coming out with both barrels. But I think somebody has a subtlety to themselves. They rather just say something to someone kindly rather than throw knives at them. But they're staying silent about this. Maybe they're thinking about how to approach somebody who is definitely misusing their authority. You would believe these cards. Wow. So what is could have should have been about something in the past. This could be, children. If this person has kids, it could be when they were kids. It's nostalgia, thinking about the past and be like, I had the opportunity, man. I had the opportunity and I didn't take it. I had the opportunity to tell this person exactly how I feel. No, you don't. And you don't. Everyone comes to a point where enough's enough. You know what I mean? There's only so much madness that you can deal with before you're like, okay, now it's getting real. And you have to intervene, or say something or do something, or, at least fire off a warning shot. You know what I mean? So this person in the past had an opportunity when this person was bulldozing over him. And now, under the Ace of Swords, you've got the Devil in reverse. Could be dealing with the Capricorn. And then you get the Hermit in reverse. Could be dealing with Virgo. Now, this is about breaking toxic ties. Breaking, those that make you feel bound and tied to a situation or person that you don't think is ever going to end or change. Obsession, addiction, illusion, gambling, chocolate, porn, whatever it is. This person, the truth is, they're going to break these ties. They're going to break these things with this person. I think this person got a little bit of ammo because, the Hermit is a seeker of knowledge. Yeah, it means isolation and seclusion, but he likes to be alone. He doesn't like anyone getting in his biz to make, get their 2 cents about their decision making. Doesn't want to hear it. Seeker of knowledge. He's in reverse. This is coming out with what you know. I almost feel like with the Ace of Swords here, it's like the truth shall set you free or put somebody back in the periph that they belong in. What's on the bottom of the deck? Page of Pentacles. Something valuable could come out of this. or raise. So staying silent has not worked in this situation. Staying silent, okay, has made actually the situation worse because now this person who's misusing the authority because they're in that position has no boundaries. You gotta set them. You gotta set them. This person could be taking a break away from this person, this boss-like, authoritative-like person, father-like. And I think that they're going to approach them. That's the path they're going to choose. And I think that something that was lost in the past, Five of Cups with the, Five of Cups with the Six of Cups, that something in the past that an opportunity was missed. I think somebody's going to make an opportunity and turn around and say, look it, you're this, that, and a third. And this person goes, I know what you're doing is not right. I can prove it. Because the hermit doesn't speak about anything that he can't back up. When he finds it out to be true, he knows it's true. And that's coming out with what you know. So this person might have a lot of dirt on this person, no matter what they're doing. You know, they're going to break that toxic tie. I don't think anyone wants to be associated or an accomplice to what this person's doing because they're going to put a stop to it. It's all in the approach. I think this person's going to come easy to it. But when the opportunity comes for this person to tell the truth, hear it, speak it, know it, it's not going to leave them again. They're not going to pass by on it. They're going to break those toxic ties, probably tell somebody right exactly where to go. And they're going to say, and here it is. I know this, and this, I can prove it. We're done. Bad behavior, out the window. Misconduct, bye. You don't have to yell and scream to get your point across. Choose your words wisely. They get the point. I'm going to leave that right there. I just... and that's, people have different breaking points. Some people are very tolerant, are very passive aggressive. Others, such as me, can flip a switch real quick. Be like, oh, that was the right words and went in the wrong ear. I got you. Then it's on. Nice. Good for you. It's important to have your ducks in a row. And be prepared for anything and everything, no matter how bizarre. If it crosses your mind that it could be a possibility, be prepared for it. Especially if you know what they're after or you have an inkling. Trust your intuition on that. Absolutely. Let's get the cards ready for all the zodiac signs. Yeah. It's almost like you're going to go out and address the press. You know what I mean? This was going to question about that. That was going to question this. This was going to question that. They all want to know what your motive is, what their intentions are. Oh, yeah. Calm, cool, collected. You got this. You got this. You don't have to part with anything that you don't feel that you should. You know what I mean? They probably feel stronger because they're in numbers. Like I always said, you in one army. And trust me, you'll need that army. Wheel of Fortune. Things turning around. Things going someone's way. Upscale the wheel. All right. Let's get an Aries. popping with you this week. June already. Ooh, Aries, you might be the one taking that sabbatical. The fourth, taking a break, a pause, maybe a long weekend, maybe a retreat. Using up some sick time before you lose it. But Aries, either you or somebody you're dealing with is taking a break. They could be taking a break from life. And there's no communication. They don't want to talk to anybody. Aries, you get the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Now, this is reciprocated communication, going back and forth. You know, you leave a message to call you back. You know, they respond. But this can either be a one-sided conversation where someone's doing all the talking and no one's, you know, reciprocating, or there's just no communication. I think somebody goes on vacation here, Aries, or takes some sort of trip. Maybe it's a camping trip, who knows? You know, and when they disconnect from everything, you know, thus making it a real vacation. Not worried about this, that, and the third until they get home. This is about getting their, you know, peace of mind back. So Aries, this is you or the person that you're with, props to you. And I wouldn't be talking to anybody, you know, from work or the people that really get under your skin. This is what your break is for, you know, to, you know, detox from people like that that take your energy. Oh, yeah. You know, and good for you knowing that you see the signs. You look for the signs. Good for you, because, you know, a lot of people think that a communication from, you know, someone who's crossed over is supposed to be this grand thing, or this beautiful, huge, glowing light, or, you know, they see them, you know, clearly. It's always a subtle way. Subtlety. I know my son communicates to me. I mean, he likes to turn the lights on and off. He'll turn the light on in my bedroom when I get home. I didn't touch a switch. And just because I know him, and I know him so well, because he's a part of me, that I always know when it's him around. I don't know. I get this warm, melty feeling when Cody's around. That's how I know. Okay, Taurus. What's going on, Taurians? Here and now this week. Hey, you're in your element. King of Pentacles. Now, King, Queen don't matter. It's an energy. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. Grounded, practical, methodical. Good with your coin. Taurus, you might be thinking, or the person that you're with might be thinking how they invest it, how they make that coin either last or multiply it. But you're being a realist. You're not sugarcoating anything. Down to earth. Very humble. Earth signs usually give you the feeling like you've known them for, you know, 10 years when you just meet them. Definitely something about value. Now, I've got the Empress in reverse. Now, that's interesting. And Taurus. But in the upright, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's pregnancy. But, you know, she can birth an idea into the here and now and make it a successful reality. She's admired for her kindness. Never take it as a weakness. That'd be the wrong thing to do. But she's also that great ride or die there, Taurus. You know, if it's not your energy, it's the energy that you know, the person that you're dealing with. Okay, they're losing support for something. Taurus, you might be not supporting someone's idea and on how they live, or their ideas, period. I don't feel so much it's a loss of a child. I feel like you're detaching, Taurus. And I think that the realistic thing for you to, look at, practicality, is to maybe not give so much support. Now, this could be kids, this could be, a bestie, this could be a partner, you know, but something is unsupported by you anymore. Like say someone wants to, follow what Jim Morrison wanted to do and make it their own tribe of people. They'll fool the world. Yep, that's not supportive. I think you might be giving them a grounded reality, a realistic way and stuff. But something that's going on around you, you just can't support anymore. You can't back it up. Nor do you want to. And I kind of feel like something, has been going on long enough and something just does not fit the criteria anymore. Taurus, it's like, yeah, that was great, back in the 80s. And we're a fixed sign, Tauruses, and they don't like change and stuff like that. But when that something's lost its luster, or you outgrow something, a belief system, a way of doing things, or whatever, it just doesn't serve you anymore. And realistically, you can't support that type of lifestyle, habit, mindset. So realistically, either outgrow something, you, them, you. And the reality is, you don't support it anymore. And that's all right. All righty. Gemini. What's going on with Gemini? Gemini. 2 cards right out. Interesting. So Gemini, you get the 3 of Swords in reverse. This is heartbreak and disappointment. Something didn't pan out. But this is about the swords falling out and healing from whatever was disappointing or, hurtful. You're healing from it. And because you're healing over a situation, Gemini, you or the person that you're dealing with, you're not so prickly around the edges. You get the 7 of rods in reverse. This is, standing your ground, backing up what you say, keeping something at bay. But there's no reason to be so on guard or, like I said, prickly around the edges. Maybe you were that way before, or maybe even through a healing process. But you don't have to be anymore. Because whatever this was, you're over it. And you let your guard down a little bit. And that's hard for Gemini to do. Because they're always on guard. Oh boy, Gemini, on to Krabby Patties. Cancer. Here and now for Cancer. Okay, Cancer. You let something slip through your hands? Page of Pentacles in reverse. And the upright, that's giving some, the universe giving you an opportunity, for the see, hear, taste, touch, prove things that have something valuable. It could be a new job. It could be a new side hustle to bring in more income. It could be that opportunity that, gets you props. And there's the love and the respect, and the loyalty. But it was declined. Cancer, either from you or the person that you're dealing with. Huh. Interesting. Cancer, you might be very into what you're working on. Okay, because you get the 8 of Pentacles here. And this could be learning a new skill, craft, trade, You can be putting all your energy into you to make you the best you can be, or the person that you're dealing with. This is diligent and staying focused and direct and, having those little blinders on. You might have declined an offer. And let's face it, not every offer is for us. If there's something that you're working on, you want to complete, you want to perfect, you're in it, you know what I mean? You'll consider something later if the opportunity is still there. But this is really staying focused and dedicated. Whether you're learning a new skill, a craft, a trade, or, serious about making you the best you can be. You're keeping your eyes on that prize there, and you're not being swayed by something else. And I do feel that maybe this is a project. You don't want to quit on something because you're not a quitter. So you want to see something through to the end. And hey, no shame in that game. Seriously. After Cancer, we got Leo. Lions. And I got 2. Well, the Lions. So, Leo, you get the 4 of Cups in the reverse here. In the upright, this is the daydreaming, fantasizing card. Your 3 cups, hey, that's good, but a 4th cup would be amazing. In the reverse, you got to stop thinking about something, Leo, and you got to do it. And my bird agrees. You got to bring something into fruition here. You, them, you. Because something's okay. You get the 10 of Cups on its side. I guess it'll just squeak when I'm talking. He's consistent. So you need to stop thinking about something and act upon something. Bring something from out of your head and bring it into a reality. Because something, like I said, is okay. If you want to really break it down, the 10 of Cups, this is riding unicorns off into the sunset. That fairy tale ending. Now, half would be the 5 of Cups, right? But I feel there's no would have could here. I feel like something's okay, but you have an idea. You know how to make something better, Leo. You can have your fairy tale ending. Just give it a little boost. Alrighty then. Okay. Virgo. Virgie. Ooh, what's on your mind there, Virgo? The 9 of Swords. This is sleepless nights, thinking about something over and over again. It's exhausting. Could be agonizing. Causes anxiety. Could be about communication, Virgo. You're worried about hearing something. Because you get the Knight of Swords, the fastest communicator out of all of them. You might be anticipating bad news. But Virgo, it hasn't hit you yet. So why worry about something that might not be what it is? This is like jumping the gun, I feel. Worry about, after you get the news, if it's what you think it is at all. So if I had this sword, I had this as a 10 of Swords, feeling backstabbed, betrayed, lied to, duped. It's also about putting it behind you and starting brand new. Who wouldn't want a do-over? So don't stress about a communication that has not arrived yet. Worry about if it comes. And if this is just a messenger, you can be worried about something that's nothing. It could be a different communication that comes in. But don't stress about something that hasn't happened yet. Wait till it already happens. Be that grounded, individual there, Virgo. After Virgo, we have Libra. Libra, communicating, reciprocated, going back and forth, getting responses. Maybe there's some responses that you didn't wish to hear. Because after the 8 of rods, you get the 5 of cups, the would-haves, the could-haves, the should-haves, the remorse, the regret, sorrow. So you might have been having a conversation with someone. And you know the old saying, loose lips sink ships. You might have trusted someone here, Libra, thinking that, something was said in confidentiality. And it wasn't. But remember, all hope is not lost because you still got 2 cups left here. So something still is salvageable after maybe a little bit of gossip or, rumors. So just be careful who you talk to, what you say, and never say anything, to anyone that you couldn't say to their face. I always told my kids that too. You know what I mean? Don't sit there and lie about what you said, because you got cornered. Well, they said, yeah, I said it. You can avoid this by keeping something above. Just trust who you're talking to. Seriously. It's like that little snowball that goes downhill. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger before it, reaches the bottom. Just be wary, Leaves. Scorpio. What is going on with Scorpio? Scorpio might be dealing with a Leo. Scorpio, you might be in a situation that calls for some courage, to be brave, having strength to persevere through something. So you're going to be strong about either you or someone you're dealing with. Friendship, partnership, loveship, career, family, however it applies. You get 2 major arcanas here, Scorps. Right next to the Strength card, could be dealing with a Leo. You get the Hierophant, could be dealing with a Taurus. This is about doing things conventionally, by the books, textbook style, by, coloring inside the lines. It's about having a moral standard that you don't bend or lower for anyone or anything. But it seems to me it's about doing something right, the way it's expected to be done. You can be carrying on a tradition in order to, keep a tradition going. You got to do it precisely. It might take courage. Maybe you have to get it in front of a bunch of people. You'll get through it. Scorpio, you'll get through it. Sometimes it's hard to do things by the books when, you can cut corners or, you do something quicker by, doing a step different or something like that. Play it straight, endure, but do it the way it's supposed to be done, traditionally, conventionally. I think you'd be glad that you did. Because you're upholding something here, Scorpio, something important. And this is the way everybody else is supposed to be doing it. And this is the way it's supposed to be done. Follow suit there. Scorpio, follow suit. Okay. After Scorpio, we get Sagittarius. We just had a new moon in Sagittarius. 4 days ago? Yeah, 4 days ago. Sag. Did that flip? Come on. Sagittarius. Oh. We get the 2 of Cups, the I Get You card. This is making a special connection with somebody, finish each other's sentences, know what the other one's thinking and feeling. And it could be a friendship too. You know what I mean? Like your bestie because they're the best. This Two of Cups, you get the Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. The I'm Good solo card. Very successful entrepreneurship. Taking care of yourself. Doing very well at it. Very self-reliant, independent energy. Now, Sagittarius, your sign screams independence. It's more valued, do something on your own than it is to be coerced. That's interesting. Now, either you have a special connection with someone and you still get to keep that independence, that self-reliant, self-efficient energy, or Sag, you might be at a point where you're doing well. I'll take a 9 any day. It's not a 10, but close enough that you are doing well. So maybe it's time to get involved. Get on that level with someone. Make that connection. Because if you work this hard for stability, you know what I mean? There's no reason why you can't have that too. Someone that shares the same beliefs or, shares that same, independent energy. You can have it both, Sag. You can have it both. All right, Capricorn. What's going on with Cappies? What's going on with Capricorn? Oh, get the Lovers in reverse. Now, other than, being that soulmate connection, that deep bond is like no other with somebody else, it's also about life-changing decisions. Life-changing. And in the reverse, maybe you're not making that decision that can alter, your outcomes. Wow. I know. I wish Our Broken Wings was here too. She's our favorite Cappy. But, Capricorn, either it's a parting of ways, lesson needs to be learned, healed, or a life-changing decision that you're not making that needs to be made. Can't stay in the middle of the road there, Caps. It's challenging. You get the Five of Swords. Now, this is going to be conflict, drawing a line in the sand and meaning it. I dare you across that. This could be one-upping somebody, winning at all costs, hitting below the belt, saying things that aren't true just because they hurt. You know what I mean? Capricorn, you might have to fight for something. Here. It could have been, the one-upping game. The person has to have the last word in. That might have been the finale for this. Hi, Annie. How are you? Drawing Momentum. I know. Drawing Momentum's not here either. Capricorn, you could be locking horns with someone in any ship. About your life-changing decision, what you really want to pursue, what you really want. Somebody might not agree with it. Maybe that's why a decision hasn't been made yet. Maybe there has been a parting of ways throughout, a fight. Maybe that's not on the table right now. You want to get yourself, back together. I really, really don't feel like this is a soulmate that there was an argument and there was parting of ways. I really feel like it's, a life-changing decision, like a career, or something that you've been thinking about pursuing, and you just haven't got anything here yet. And that could cause an argument if someone's like, well, you said you're going to do it. You said you're going to do it. When are you going to do it? you know, when I'm ready to do it. I feel like somebody might be calling you out, being like, if this is what you want to do, then you need to go do it. You know, Caps, you might be doing it to someone else. You know what I mean? Saying, you know, put your money where your mouth is. Now's the time. The time's now. You know, everything seems right. You get the time and you have to put into something. So make that decision, Caps. Or the person that you're with. Don't fight them on it. Just be supportive of it. No matter which way they go. If they're going to end up being a lion tamer, then get them a lot of gauze. A homemade stitch kit. You know what I mean. You know, it's like just be supportive of which way they want to go. Even if they want to go to clown college, get them the red beep beep horn nose. Oh boy, Aquarius. Ooh, no love coming or going from Aquarius. You get the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Here it's a messenger of something heartfelt, something sentimental, something straight from the heart. It is either declined or not sent. Aquarius. You're the logical person, the overthinker. I don't think that's good enough. Aquarius. Oh, so. Okay. So, you had to choose a path there, Aquarius. Which way are you going to go, left or right? Road less traveled? And it could be the road to where the money is, because it looks like you're trying to come out of some sort of financial pinch. This could be about feeling alone, abandoned. There's no help anywhere for you. But you're getting in the reverse. You're coming out of this. You're coming out of that lonely state or feeling like you've been separated, you know, from the group. I don't want to say persecuted. Maybe for some. You're coming out of this. And there's an opportunity. It's slight, but it's enough to, you know, start getting out of the hole. The Page of Pentacles is a messenger of the sea, here, taste, touch, fruit things, money, all the things that money can't buy. But this is like, you know, maybe like a side hustle, maybe overtime. Something comes in and starts to alleviate this. And you know what? Sorry, not sorry. You have to explain that to anybody. You know, I don't think Aquarius is looking for a compassionate ear or whatever, saying, you know, well, you know, I got myself in this bad. No, you're just going to do it and make sure you get out of it. You know, the thing is that maybe somebody does owe you an apology. You're not getting it. You know, you're hoping something comes in to get you out of this. Maybe, you know, a certain situation or person puts you in it. You, them, you. You know, you help somebody out. Kind gestures, your offerings, and all of a sudden, you know, your bills suffer. Could be. But I just think you're putting your head down. You made a decision. You know which way you're going to go. You're going to take that little offering of money. Get a little bit extra, you know, could help. And eventually you are out of it. Guess what? No one needs to know. Tell them to stay in their lane. Oh, I say that in the work all the time. Stay in your lane. Pisces. What's going on for Pisces? Pisces, you're doing some thinking. Either you or someone you're dealing with. It's a daydreaming, the fantasizing card. Everyone does. You know, wouldn't it be great if, you know, I came across $10,000 and I would do this, that, and the other thing? Everything starts with the thought, right? The brains of the outfit. So Pisces, what are we thinking about? What are we thinking? Oh, I'm thinking about bringing something into balance. Could be something to do with a Sagittarius or a fire sign. It could be about marriage, stabilizing something, grounding something out. The Four of Wands, known as a marriage card, is about something going to the next level. When you're dating, you go exclusive, you move in together, you get the drift. But it started on the right ground for the right reasons. So something needs to go. If you're thinking about stepping it up, or maybe somebody's thinking about stepping it up with you, something that brings balance, head and heart. You know what I mean? A lot of times that we've thought something but didn't feel the same way. You know what I mean? Or we feel something and think a different way. You know what I mean? This is about getting it both together. Being of sound mind. Your head and your heart are on the same page. This about thinking about bringing something to the next level. You, them, you. And that could be, planning a wedding. It could be moving in together. It could be, anything that elevates, a partnership or a relationship or something like that. And make sure, Pisces, if this is your energy and not the other person's energy, you know what I mean? That you are of sound mind of this. Don't make sure something's not a fleeting thought being like, oh, that would be great if we got married, we'll have it here, there, and the next day you're like, I can't stand them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So think about this, especially if it's a major step, like moving in together or, the engagement ring or making the arrangement that you have to make. Just make sure your head and your heart are on the same page. So I'm going to leave that right there. And thank you for everyone who has joined me this week. And I hope I get to see you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. So until then, have a great rest of your week and take care.